Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and today is a very special day indeed because it's the Geek Cupboard's 7th birthday. 7 years of nonsense and silliness and lovely people began exactly 7 years ago today on the 26th of August 2016 when we published our very first video for a game called 60 Seconds, and when I go back and look at that video now, I don't like it. It makes me feel very uncomfortable indeed. It makes my skin crawl because it's very different. It's really different to what we have today. I didn't really know what I was doing at all. I mean, these days, I'm still not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I know a little bit more now than I did back then. And I was just kind of diving headfirst into this whole kind of YouTube, gaming, let's play malarkey. I didn't know what to do, how to kind of react, how to play things. I didn't know how to sort of speak properly on the microphone. And it ends up being this kind of really awkward, sort of whispery, kind of mumbling type video. I don't really like it. I don't like it, so don't go back and watch it. And that's not kind of a really vain attempt by me to actually make you go back and watch it. Please actually don't go and watch it. It's really awkward. It's not like what we have now at all. So there we go. That was 7 years ago today. Incredible, really, to think how far we've come and how much we've done in 7 years. So happy birthday, Geek Cupboard. Have an obligatory fun toot or noise. And what better way to celebrate than to pop back to a Geek Cupboard favourite, Crusader Kings 3, where we're going to have a little dabble with the Tours and Tournaments DLC, which came out a while back now, but when it came out we were in the middle of our Lovely People series, and I didn't want to do any kind of updates to the game or anything, because when we did that previously, it broke everything, so I didn't want to kind of risk our save game again mid-series, so I waited till that series was finished, let the dust settle for a bit, and now here we are back to look at the DLC. So my thinking is that the character we play as in the game this time round in our little kind of one-off look at the new DLC can also be celebrating their birthday in style by putting on expensive tournaments and going on fancy grand tours and things like that. They're going to be splashing the cash to celebrate. So here we go, let's go and celebrate the Geek Cupboard's birthday and party like it's 1066. So welcome back to Northampton everybody. Where else could we possibly begin but the wonderful Northampton, because of course that's where the Geek Cupboard actually is, although clearly it isn't there right now. In game at the moment it is the year 1066. And I mean, okay, I'm old, but I'm not quite that old. So the Geek Cupboard as we know it right now, where I'm currently sat recording this video, that doesn't exist in the game. Obviously it does not. So rather than celebrating the birth of the Geek Cupboard that we know today, we are instead going to be celebrating the birth of the brand new Geek Cupboard dynasty and the brand new house Geek Cupboard. Look at that, there's a brand new dynasty and house on the scene. Fancy logo, proper Geek Cupboard corporate colours going on. It looks very good indeed. And at the moment, there is one living member of both the Geek Cupboard dynasty and House Geek Cupboard, and it's that chap right there, Earl Penge of Northamptonshire. Hello Earl Penge, how are you? So I used the character creator to create Earl Penge there. So let's take a quick look at what's going on with Earl Penge. So we've got ourselves patient and compassionate. They're traits that we knew about, but down here we have a brand new trait, eccentric, and I thought that sounded quite fun. I want to see kind of if special things pop up for eccentric characters. So diplomacy is down a bit, but learning goes up, and then this is very intriguing. So when you pick up stress, you gain 50% more. That's quite a lot, but when you lose stress, you lose 50% more. I quite like that. That's quite an interesting kind of balance there. That's quite fun. And they do like other eccentric characters as well. Obviously, that's very good. So I quite like that. That's quite a fun trait. In terms of stats, got diplomacy of 12, martial of 10, stewardship of 16, that's quite good. Intrigue of 5, not very intriguey, of course. A learning of 22, very bright is Earl Penge. Prowess of 12, and our education trait is a mastermind philosopher that gives them +8 learning, which is very good indeed. So Earl Penge is pretty smart. You're pretty clever, Earl Penge. Alright at fighting as well, that's not so bad. And in terms of our titles, right now all we have is the Earldom of Northamptonshire, so that bit there highlighted in red, and then we've got the Earldom of Huntingdonshire, which is that bit there. So we're not that big. We only have 2 starting kind of little areas, and that's sort of it. So we have a way to go. 2.8 money coming in every turn, 0.7 prestige, got 450 right now, 200 piety, 4.1 coming in every turn, that's not so bad. And then of course renown is hardly anything at all because nobody knows who we are because we've just sort of appeared on the scene. However, you might notice that Earl Penge has quite a lot of money. I did, just for the sake of kind of hurrying things on so we can look at all the fun new things in the Tours and Tournaments DLC, I did possibly do a little bit of a fudge and give Earl Penge a nice big pile of cash. He found some, he dug it up or something, I don't know, he dug up some exciting Roman coins and found them and sold them on and made a nice bit of money. So Earl Penge does have a little bit of money to work with, which is quite exciting. Also, Earl Penge does have on a very lovely kind of, what is that, like a woolly kind of fleece thing? That's very good. Although, I do note that we are lacking a hat. Earl Penge, can we please get you a hat? That's very important. Ooh, okay, this is a little bit different to what we saw before, but okay, so here we go. Let's give us a lovely hat. Oh, there's a flower crown. Oh, there's new hats. Oh, hang on, a Carolinian imperial crown. Hang on, can we look at that? Can we go closer? Can we look a bit closer? I don't think we can zoom in, but that... Oh, hang on, what's... Okay, this is unusual, but okay, what's that doing? We can rotate ourselves round. Okay, right, this is fun, but look at that. That's a very good hat. Yep, do you know what, Earl Penge? You can have a new hat. You found that as well. With the Roman coins, you dug up that hat as well. Polished it off, a bit of sort of polish on it, a bit of spit and polish, all sorted. Lovely new hat. Apply changes. Let's go and have a look. That's marvellous. I mean, Earl Penge is quite tall, so we can't see the top of the hat, but there we go. So we have got other bits and bobs to do first. So let's go and do some good old kind of admin. When we begin as a new character, we know the deal. So yeah, lifestyle. Let's go down the learning lifestyle. Thank you very much. Medicine, scholarship or theology. I'm thinking that Earl Penge is quite scholarly. He's quite young. He is, how old are you? 18. There you go. So, I mean, I'm nowhere near 18. Real Penge isn't 18, but Earl Penge is 18. Had a bit of fun with that one. Thought, do you know what? I'm going to be young again. Yay. So 18 years old. I don't think necessarily we need to have the small health boost. I think we're going to be okay. So let's go for scholarship focus, shall we? We'll have a little bit of scholarship. We'll make ourselves pretty smart. So now, look at that. A learning of 25. That's very impressive. That's not too bad at all. So, oh, hang on. We've got a perk. We've got a perk available. Okay, that's pretty good. So we could either go for pedagogy, that one there, so your ward's getting additional skills, or scientific, cultural fascination progress up by 20%. I think, let's go for that one, shall we? Let's go for pedagogy and try and become a scholar. That'd be quite fun, and possibly whole of body as well. But yeah, let's get that first. So there we go. So any wards we have are going to pick up additional skills. How is everything else looking around the place? So we've got a council. We've got an okay council. Okay, the bishop's quite good. The bishop is okay. The spy master is not brilliant. Could we get Elfried? Oh, hang on. No. I see. You are a powerful vassal. So you would like to remain on the council. Possibly in these early days we don't upset our vassals, because we're not that powerful and they might come to, boop us on the nose with a sword or whatever. You are not powerful. However, I think you might be the best person for the job, possibly. Do you know what? We'll leave everything for now. That seems okay. However, there is a bit of a gaping hole just there, isn't there? Because we have no spouse. Which, of course, in Crusader Kings 3 is a bit of a problem. No spouse means no heir. And then, of course, if we were to die right now, if we were to, somebody was to come along and do a bit of stabby tomorrow, that'll be it. It'll be game over. We've got no heir to take over. So I think, really, we should go and find a spouse. And this is where we get to do one of the first exciting new things. So let's go and find a spouse. Who can we find? I want to go and find someone that's pretty decent. Maybe somebody that could help with stewardship, to make us a little bit of money. Is there anybody around? There is Cecilia, but Cecilia's a bit vengeful, a bit scared of them. Ooh, Constance, although Constance is 32. Hang on, let's bring it down. So age difference, 5. Okay, you. So Itane. So stubborn, ambitious and lazy. Don't want lazy. Ambrosia looks okay, but they're chaste. That's not going to be that good for the whole sort of stalk letter writing thing. Blanca is vengeful. Luitgard Warrendorp. You've got an incredible name. You're a lunatic. Okay, hang on a minute. We've got to be able to find somebody who's half decent. Hang on. What if we go for some of all skills instead? Who have we got? Kinga. Okay, so Kinga is paranoid, diligent and brave. Also, intelligent. That could be quite good. That could be quite good, because potentially we can pass that down to the children. Okay, do you know what? Traits, inheritable traits, please. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. So yeah, I think we'll pick her. So yep, Catholic faith, that's fine. Polish, but you know what? We can work with that. That's all okay. Yeah, I mean, brave is good. Diligent is good. And paranoid isn't brilliant, but yeah, that's okay. We can muddle through with that. She doesn't have much in the way of stewardship, but everything else is pretty good, including intrigue. And maybe really we could do with a little bit more help in that. So I think we go for you, but we are going to go and have ourselves a grand wedding. We are going to have a fancy grand wedding. This is going to be marvellous. So that's one of the new things you can do. So we'll promise, what was that? Promise to organise a grand wedding, making the marriage offer more likely to be accepted. The average cost of a grand wedding is 375 monies. It's not cheap doing all the fancy tours and tournament stuff. If both spouses are adults, you have 3 years to fulfil your promise, or there will be serious consequences. So if you don't do that, people can go to war against you for such a thing. If you sort of promise a grand wedding and don't deliver, there can be blood. Blood can be spilled because of that. So here we go. Let's go marry Kinga. I don't think we're going to find anybody particularly better. I was looking for an Anglo-Saxon like us, but yeah, she's a patient, wrathful sadist. Not really feeling that. Although, hang on. Asta, stubborn, forgiving and content. But your stats aren't quite as good. Do you know what? No, we're going to go for you. We're going to go for you. So, a grand wedding, please. Chance of children, medium. Okay, so 18 and 19, that's okay. Yeah, you're a bit sneaky. Okay, yeah, do you know what? Yes, grand wedding. Okay, so, send that proposal, and then let's see what happens. We've got various other bits and bobs as well. We can host a grand tournament. We can petition our liege for various bits and bobs. We can pay homage to people. But right now, let's just go and get the wedding bit underway. So here we go. Time is ticking on. Of course, England is about to be invaded from the south and the north over there by the Vikings and everybody else. So yeah, stuff's going on around the place. But here we go. Accept your betrothal. I also look forward to the promised grand wedding. Try not to disappoint me. Okay, excellent stuff. Pause time. Nominate success. Oh, we get to pick a successor. Okay, who would we like to rule the country? No. Oh, hang on. There are a few votes. Earl Edgar Edward, son of Warwickshire, is in the lead. They're our neighbour. Edwin Elf. No, just somebody of Warwickshire. I don't want them to be the king because they're a bit close to us. That means we can't go and attack them. How about, I don't know, why don't we pick one of these? Why don't we pick you? Countess Edgifu the Fair of Bedanford. You're a neighbour as well. Oh, this is all a bit awkward. We're going to leave that for a while. We're going to leave that. However, I think because of those Roman coins that we found, that we've got enough money to do the grand wedding right now. I think we can just get this underway at this exact moment in time. And do you know what? Let's do it. The quicker we're married, the quicker we might potentially get round to doing the whole stalk letter writing thing, then have children, and then secure the dynasty. So here we go. Let's get this done, shall we? We can now go and organise a grand wedding, a grandiose celebration of the union of a couple. However, this is not just a wedding ceremony, it's a public show of influence and a social event where the nobility gather to practice the art of diplomacy, seduction, and murder, or to share a drink with friends. Okay, so various things happen. They get married, prestige, people like it. There's now different types of vassals. So there's different types of vassals. This has all changed from when we last played. Vassals have different kind of beliefs and ways they think about things. Some are courtly and some are quite traditional, or that kind of stuff. We may gain eager reveller. We might lose stress. We might gain magnificent host, which is really, really good. Look at that. Monthly prestige and monthly renown up by 5%. And also various lifestyle experiences also up. That's really good. And gracious host does the same kind of thing as well. But it is very expensive. So yeah, thank goodness we found that huge pile of Roman coins that we sold on to a very rich collector. Okay, so plan the grand wedding. Yes, please. So now we get a whole new set of things. You can do a grand wedding. If you wanted to, you could go a bit kind of Game of Thrones and do a bloody wedding. So you could go and do a spot of terrible murdery weddingness, but we're not going to do that. We haven't got the accomplished forger perk. Apparently you need that to unlock the bloody grand wedding. But yeah, that's quite good. I like that. That's quite intriguing. If you are playing a more sort of nefarious, evil character and you want to exact revenge, you can go and do a bloody wedding. You can have your own red wedding. But no, we shall have a grand wedding, thank you. And then where are we going to have it? We're of course going to have it in Northampton. Obviously we are. Grand wedding. And now we get travel. Now this is new as well from when we last played, but because of course we're in Northampton already, we don't need to travel. If we were travelling, and we might do that at some point in the future if we attend somebody else's event, if we go to somebody else's wedding or a hunt or a feast or whatever, there are little kind of lines, you have like sort of a path, like a route plotted, and then things happen along it, and you can invest in travel options. So you can say, okay, we'll go by boat and have really good boats, or we'll have some mercenaries to protect us on the way, or whatever. But we don't need to do any of that because we're already here. We don't need to have any kind of travel stuff because we're currently in Northampton and everything's fine. So we can ignore that for now. We might see how that kind of kicks into life later on at some point. Right, grand wedding intent. You want to focus on reducing stress by looking for stress-relieving opportunities. So the intent of our grand wedding is recreation. We just want to have some fun and, get married, and it's going to be a fun old time. But if you want to, you can change it round a bit. You can have a bit of a murdery wedding. So you can sort of marry with the intent being murder of a person that's going to come along. You can try and seduce somebody, or you can try and become allied to somebody at the wedding. So you get these different options now, which is very exciting. I do like that. There is a matchmaking one as well, but yeah, we've not got a valid target apparently. But so I quite like that. At the moment though, we don't want to kill anybody, we don't want to seduce anybody, and we don't really need an alliance, I don't think, right now. Possibly might regret that, but let's go for that one. Let's try and reduce some stress, shall we? Let's just try and calm down a bit. That's going to be fine. So we'll have a bit of that. Spouse and spouse. So these two are the ones getting married, obviously. And then, a little bit like when you have your royal court stuff, you can kind of add bits on. So you can make it fancier. So at the moment, we've got, mid-tier entertainment. So acrobats and musicians. You could just have home entertainment. It's a bit cheaper, but you don't get as much from it. That one, or it's 3 times as much money. Oh my goodness me. You can get troubadours and exotic fiends. Wow, but increased prestige gain. I mean, we can afford it. We can afford this. Do you know what? Let's go for fancy entertainment options. We'll have that. Food and drink is 20, 60 or 180. Are they all the same kind of thing? So at the moment, we're offering a generous feast. But if we up that to a gargantuan meal, bonus to stress loss, increased health bonuses, Glory Hound and courtly vassals will gain more opinion of you. So Glory Hound is another type of vassal. Everyone's going to like us a bit more. So we'll do that. And then, in terms of the actual, the decor, very important. We can have some flowers for 40. We can have garlands and torches for 120. Or, if we're going to push the boat out, and we might as well, because that's what we're here to look at in this DLC, we're going to have silver and gold. 360! 120 to 360. Increased opinion gain with your courtly vassals. Renown and prestige. We get renown for that, okay. People are going to like us. And we are going to get magnificent host, which is very, very good indeed. That's going to cost us, if we choose all those options, 745 monies. Good grief. Okay, right. It's very grand and it's very expensive. We might need to go digging for some more Roman coins at some point. But, okay, so start the grand wedding. Right, so we've got the trait Eager Reveller already, just because of the fact that we're having a big wedding. And as well, this is a bit different too. So now it's kind of like a trait path type thing. So when we do things that mean we go and do partying stuff, we kind of pick up, where is it? There it is. That thing down there fills up. So at the moment, we've got no experience in that. But we can see how near we are to it becoming a Reveller, and then to getting to the top level of that. So a Reveller level 1, a Reveller level 2. We can see how near we are to kind of getting the most out of this particular perk that we've picked up, which is quite fun. I like that. That's quite exciting. So here we go. What's that? No, oh, hang on. Yeah, success. So that's okay. Anything else we need to do? Okay, so there's all these new bits and bobs. Hang on. That's a good point. We haven't done all these things. So let's get a caravan master. Let's not get a caravan master because everyone's terrible. Court tutor we don't need. Master then. Seneschal might be quite good. They are going to be... they're very expensive. Okay, we don't really earn enough money to pay these people, but a doctor would be quite good. They're all a bit rubbish. Okay, let's summon a physician. Can we please get a physician in? That'll be useful. Tick time on. Let's see if we can find somebody good at that job, because that would be important. Okay, so we've got... Oh, hang on. David is widely known in scholarly circles. David also does have a very good moustache. No hat, but that's okay. 15 learning, a physician, and a herbalist. Okay, you are 12 learning, and a physician, and a diplomat, and you've got 5 learning, and a novice physician. Okay, do you know what? We will go for the wonderfully named David Drake. Yeah, David Drake, come along. 50 monies. Oh no. Okay, right. 50 monies to employ you, but we now do have a court doctor at least. And then, yes, if we do get a caravan master, that is another new position. I think that makes our army move around a bit quicker. So yeah, army movement speed goes up a bit, supply limit goes up. That's quite good. I quite like the fact that we have caravan masters, but there we go. Oh, hang on. Duke Edwin has become our new liege due to being granted new titles. Okay, we've picked up a new liege. So Duke Edwin Elfgarson of Mercia. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, we're currently reporting into a new boss. That's absolutely fine. I noticed that our bride-to-be is wearing a lovely kind of flowery hat. That's exciting. And they're travelling. I think, oh, there we go. We can see their route. So they've had to come from all the way over there. That's the route they're going to take. So that's where they are right now. It's taking them a little while to get over here, but you know what? It's fine. It's going to be worth it in the end. It's going to be wonderful. Another new thing from when we last played is that you can station your men-at-arms units. So currently we've got some pikemen just sort of hanging around the place. They can, if you like, be stationed to give you a bit of a boost. So if we put them down here in Northampton, it gives us more damage and more toughness. And you know what? Why not? Let's do that. Station them in Northampton, because that's, I imagine, where they are anyway. So I guess we kind of put them in a barracks or something. That's quite good. And also, I don't know if we can do this, the knights can now have accolades. So they kind of get fancy titles. Ah, there you go. Create an accolade. We can have one accolade. So a knight can pick up an accolade. So, yeah, it looks like... Who's our best knight currently? Morcar has got 12. But you're arrogant. That's okay for a knight. Or Edfrith is impatient, greedy, and calm. You are forgiving, paranoid, and arrogant. Okay, you've both got 12, but overall you've got better stats, because your stats overall are terrible. So, Morcar, you can have the accolade. So you can have that, please. So look, they get given a title. They are the Defender of Northamptonshire. And you can change that if you like. You can call them the Teapot of Wigan, or if you want to, yeah, the Sausage Maker of London Town, or whatever. But we're going to keep that. I quite like that. The Defender of Northamptonshire is very exciting. So, yeah, they're an idealist. And, oh, hang on, go away. And a thug. Okay, that must be linked to their kind of personality summary type thing. I think that's what that comes from. So yeah, they're an idealist. And yeah, as they do stuff, as they kind of go fighting and various other bits and bobs happen, they gain points toward this. And the accolade gets better and better. So at the moment... it does this. So courtly vassal opinion is up by 5. Minority vassals like us a little bit. And minor landholder vassals. Okay, there are many different types of vassal now. Plus 3 opinion. But as we work through, as we sort of get more sort of points and glory in this, when they go fighting and such, yeah, it becomes better. And then down here, look. So yeah, courtly vassal opinion plus 10 when we get to the top thing. That's quite good. So we're going to create that accolade. So you can now become the Defender of Northamptonshire, 16-year-old Morcar, no pressure. So you can do that, and then you can have a successor as well. So when they go, we can put... Oh, we've only got... There's one person who could be a successor, but they're currently... Are they in court but not recruited? Seek worthy accolade successor. Okay, we need some more knights. I think we need some more knights. So that's there. That's fine. Morcar is now officially the Defender of Northamptonshire, which is very exciting. But yeah, I would like to get a successor for that. Oh, look. They get to wear a little kind of fancy kind of cloth tassel-y thing on their helmet. That's wonderful. Well done. Lucky you. That's quite nice. Yeah, I think... Let's go to here. Let's get some knights over. Let's invite some knights, shall we? And we'll see if we can just get some decent ones in and maybe find a successor for that accolade. Okay, Egbert has turned up. Are you any good? 18. Oh my goodness me, you're furious. You're a sadistic, vengeful, wrathful person. But you are very good. Do we want you in our court? As an influential earl, it is only fair you have a voice on my council. Okay, we've been appointed the Spy Master. Have you met us? We're rubbish at spy mastering. We're terrible. The Liege's Council. I think we've been replaced already. Oh no, hang on. My Liege's Council. I think, aren't we... I thought it said with the Spy Master, but clearly we are not. No, I don't... I think we got removed from that position quite quickly. I don't think we are that anymore. Yeah, do we get you in? Because you are quite good. Recruit you to court. 110 monies. Okay, maybe you just hang around for a little while. Possibly get some other people in who might be a little bit cheaper. Because, although... Oh, I was going to say... We have got the wedding. So here we go. This is what the kind of the screen looks like for this. And all the kind of tournaments and that do have a similar feel to it. You get the characters on it. And then you get these lovely kind of very sort of beautiful hand-drawn, hand-painted kind of backgrounds, I imagine. So, okay, here we go. Grand wedding. The wedding ceremony starts. It always feels amazing when you've been planning for something for so long and spent so much money on it. Yeah, you're not joking. And then it's finally here. Everything is ready, the decorations are in place, the guests are mingling, and servants scurry around with loaded dishes. I am pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse, Kinga, appears, radiant in her finest attire. We are ready to begin. Okay, I can't wait, let's get on with it. And that'll just keep popping up with things happening. Okay, so we've got condolences on your wedding. I pity you, acquaintance. Countess Edgifu tells what married life is like. A slow, painful march toward the moment where you find out which of you will toss the other aside. Like me and Harold, she grumbles. Is that what my marriage to Kinga will be like? And we can choose all these different options, and loads of these come up. There's a lot of this. Kinga is perfect for me. Don't worry about me. I'll have my hobbies. Please, I know all about marriage. Will it really be that bad? Okay, so if I say don't worry about me, I'll have my hobbies, there's a 73% chance that I'm going to become a confident groom. And that's going to be good. We lose a big pile of stress. We haven't got any, but that's okay. I know all about... No, let's go for that. Don't worry about me. I'll have my hobbies. It's going to be fine. 26% chance that we get wedding jitters. No, we're a confident groom. We sort of know what's going on. Weddings, just politics. I steel myself as I wait for my future wife to join me. Just politics, I repeat to myself. How bad can it be? But nothing has prepared me for the moment I finally see Kinga for the first time. No portrait or description could do justice to the gentle look on her face. No poet has ever sung sung a beauty such as hers. Time hangs still when her eyes meet, and everyone else seems to disappear. Earl Penge is a bit of a daft romantic. Then she smiles at me, and I know everything will be all right. Oh my goodness me! Kinga becomes your soulmate. Already we've got a soulmate. And look, other stuff's going on in the background. Look, things are happening at the wedding event we're not involved with. Just so the characters are interacting with each other. But, okay, she likes us. She loves us, in fact. And she's now our soulmate. That's wonderful. I imagine it's because of the hat. But, okay, yeah, could it be you I've been waiting for? Possibly, yeah, there we go. We fell in love at first sight when exchanging vows. That's fantastic. Are you a bit cheaper? 75 monies. You're not quite as furious as the other guy. Do you know what? Yeah, let's recruit you to court, please. And then can you go and become the successor? No, hang on. Do we need to run time on? Does time need to run on a bit? No. Oh, it's got to have one of those traits. Oh, you've got to have a particular trait to be able to be a successor for somebody with that particular, with these particular sort of, whatever they are, sort of ideals of the accolade. Oh, okay. Do you know what? That's fine. It's not so much of a bother. If that happens, it happens. If not, not to worry. Okay. Tick time on. What's going to happen next in the wedding? This is all very exciting. There we go. The ceremony went on a blur. I can barely remember all the steps, rituals and blessings I went through, and now it's time for our vows, the formal consent, the actual seal on the marriage. Do I want to spend the rest of my life with Kinga? I do. We marry Kinga, we get some piety, she gets some piety. The Earldom of Northamptonshire gains ruler's grand wedding for 10 years. That is development growth up, oh my goodness me, plus 20%, plus 0.1 per month, and popular opinion up by 20. That's magnificent. And the brand new fledgling Geek Cupboard dynasty is going to get 150 renown. Already we seem to 152, but okay, I do. We're up to 300 already. Wow. And now we go on to the banquets. It's all in different kind of stages. So we've done the I do's. And now we have a big old load of food. As the ceremony concludes, and we all move to the banquet venue, I secretly smile to myself, picturing the joys to come from my married life with Kinga. Not everyone can be so lucky to marry such a likeable person. I wish everyone's sharing on my happiness, and let's all tuck in. Okay, so we gained some lovely prestige. That's very good. And here we got loads of these things come up, I think. So, right, quite the spectacle. The hall is awash with a riotous parade of acting troops, dancing musicians, and exotic charlatans delighting guests en masse. Near my seat, both King Malcolm and Prince Meredith share their opinions on the display. Now this is how I like it, cackles Malcolm. A grand, nay, magnificent affair. I assume that's you. So the King of Scotland is here. King Malcolm the Big-Headed. Do you know what though? Big head, bigger crown. I like it. Okay, so he's enjoying it. It's good, but it's rather showy, Meredith sneers. I could do with a bit more room to talk. Okay, so Malcolm's so glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so we sort of, I don't know, become a bit more pally with the king. We then could become a bit more pally with you, so Prince Meredith II, or we could just focus on the entertainment, lose some stress. No, if we can become buddies with the king, and potentially get an alliance through that somehow, or at least have somebody to call upon for something, that'd be quite good. Malcolm, so glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, indeed, we're going to go and hobnob with the King of Scotland. Absolutely we are. That's a very sensible idea. A fiery dance. Everyone is in good spirits. On my left, a group of children is hypnotised by the jugglers. On my right, poets declaim their latest compositions to an adoring crowd. However, the whole banquet falls silent when a crew of dancers bearing torches make their way to the centre of the venue, inviting guests to join them along the way. The view is breathtaking in the low lights of the early evening. The torches light up their smiling faces against a darkening sky and cast interwoven patterns into the shadows. It all looks amazing until Earl Domhnall trips, knocks a torch from a neighbour's hand, and sets his own clothes aflame. Oh, I must do something. Prowess challenge. Water bring water. So that's just 60-40 as to whether he gets severely injured or not. Burn, burn, burn. We just kind of cackle at him as he's on fire. Everyone for themselves. We just incite a panic. No, we're not going to do anything, because I don't think we're that good. But water bring water. 60%. Let's hope the servants put out the flames. Oh no. He's become severely burned. Okay, right, that's a bit of a dampener on the wedding, not literally. Fine sculptures, exotic tapestries, strange foreign flower arrangements, and more festoon the banquet hall. A veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both King Malcolm and Prince Meredith share their opinions on the decorations. We've already done this. We did this. We did the decorations, and you liked them, and you didn't. Oh no, it was the entertainment. Now they're criticising the decorations. Okay. Again, we're going to hobnob with the King of Scotland. Absolutely. We're just going to go, yay, we've bonded. That's good. So now we've got a pleasing atmosphere. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Okay, so people having a fun time. People are just enjoying themselves. That's good. So this event has come about because we're trying to sort of have the recreation intent. So I imagine if we picked, seduce or murder or something, this thing here will be slightly different. Countess Kinga gained 10 opinion of us. That's good. She is on 100 opinion of us already. That's pretty impressive. So this is where I want to be. You lose 225 stress. Wow. Okay, every guest with at least one trait in common with you gains 20 opinion of us and we lose 34 stress. Or we gain 75 prestige. Let's maybe try to make people like us a bit more. There are 41 people here. Hopefully some of them share some traits in common with us. And we can just become a little bit more light. Let's go for that one. We're going to go and do some mingling. Can't get away. I know I should be spending time with my new wife Kinga and her family, but I just can't tear myself away from my friend King Malcolm. I can see Countess Kinga starting to glare at me. Yeah, she's giving you daggers, mate. Go and talk to her. But every time I try to excuse myself, Malcolm has me howling with laughter all over again. Okay, hang on. What a joy to have Malcolm here with me. So, okay, Malcolm becomes our best friend. We lose stress, but we also insult our new wife. Kinga, come along and join us. 46% chance that she likes it. 39% chance that she has a good time. 14% chance they have a bit of a fight. We sneak out. Okay, so me and the King of Scotland sneak out and have a fun little chat. So we kind of creep away and like kids, okay? Or you must excuse me. And potential Countess Kinga grows closer, forming a friendship with you. Okay. I think the chances of that are quite good. Let's get her to come over and have a chat, because Malcolm's brilliant. Malcolm, this is Kinga. Let's have a little chat. She gets along with us splendidly. That is marvellous. Yep, there you go. We had a fun time. Made a friend. We're a friend with our wife now. That's quite good. Every feast is always one. Every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born... Ooh, is that a rude word? I don't know. Person cornering people who will just not be silent. Okay, so this person here is just whiffling on and on and on. So we can gently exit the conversation. If we do that, if we do leave, we get ourselves a diplomacy lifestyle per. We tell her to shut up. We are considered snooty, which the courtly vassals are like, but the parochial ones don't. That's very interesting. You manage to seem genuinely fascinated. There's a 9% chance that we could... no, 4% chance, sorry, that we can increase our intrigue by 1. That's quite good. I mean, yeah, it's not a high number, but if you do it, that's quite good. But we might become approachable. That's okay. Courtly vassals don't like it, but lots of others do. Or grin and bear it. We get a hook on her. We're just going to gently... Should we try and gently exit the conversation? We might get a diplomacy lifestyle perk. We're going to try and exit. It never ends. Okay, but she liked it because we were chatting. Food fits. This is what I mean. Loads of events happen as part of one thing. Okay, so what are we doing here? Oh, hang on a minute. Now Malcolm and Meredith are chatting about the food. They've done the entertainment, they've done the decor, now the food. Malcolm, we're going with you again. We like you, Malcolm. Wow, okay, we're getting very pally with them. We can pick a dynasty legacy. Hang on. Pick a dynasty legacy. Traditional Geek Cupboard weddings. Oh, there's a whole new dynasty branch thing. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, we could go down that route, possibly. We could do that. Oh, these are quite good as well. Do you know what? We've never... Oh, hang on a minute. Grand weddings are 50% cheaper. That would have been quite useful a while back, wouldn't it? Increased chance to generate a temporary strong hook on lieges who like you at grand weddings. We could go for that. And then we could just kind of work our way along these and just, eventually get there. Let's have traditional Geek Cupboard weddings. Because that's what we're looking at in this particular DLC. This is a new thing. Let's get that one. Why not, eh? There we go. We've spent some renown. And, yeah, we're currently still obscure. But we're working our way toward becoming insignificant. Okay. The wedding night starts. Okay. The feast has started winding down, with everyone sated and tired. But the day is still not over for Kinga and me. A procession of guests leads us to our bedchamber, for the legitimacy of a wedding depends on it being consummated. Okay, stalk letter writing might possibly happen, so everybody, pens and paper at the ready. You two, get your pens and paper out. It's time. Okay, again he's keeping his hat on. As the banquet reaches climax, Kinga's growing anxiety of the imminent bedding ceremony was clear. Okay, right, so she doesn't like the procession. Do you know what? Let's have the room to ourselves. Come dear, it'll be alright. Don't be silly, it's tradition. Okay. I mean, I feel a bit uncomfortable. We gain barred bedding. Diplomacy down by 2 for 5 years. Other people are not going to like it. We're going to lose stress. People are going to be a bit grumpy about it. We could diplomacy challenge against her, but she could be upset. Do you know what? Let's do that one. Let's bar the door. Because we're compassionate. We're going to be thinking about what she would like. Yeah, let's have the room to ourselves. Bar the door. Haha. We've thwarted your plans. A night to remember. The fire... We've got our clothes back on. Okay. The fire in the grate has started to wither, and I stare at its flames in silence. The light, its warmth. Countess Kinga is searching for something in her wooden chest, and I take my eyes off the flames to look at her. Penge, she says, offering me a small package wrapped in soap. I saved this since I've heard of our betrothal, and I now offer it to you as a token of my love. You are my greatest gift. Oh, she's given us a necklace with their initials on it. Oh, that's lovely. Prestige up, spouse opinion up by 50. Yeah, absolutely. You are my greatest gift. Hang on, we're going to put that on right now. Wear the thing. Yes, we've got our first bit of jewellery on. It's an exciting trinket. That is lovely. Okay, I love the way that other stuff is happening. There's like the War for England's happening, but we don't care because we're getting married. And here we go. The conclusion. I mean, a lot goes on with those. There are many things happening. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organising it, okay. Tooting your own trumpet there, but okie doke. Hang on, so Leah Flad is overjoyed with the amount of pomegranate cakes. Oh, okay, good. Somebody really liked our pomegranate cakes, yay. Thank you all for coming, so here we go. This is kind of what we get now at the end of the wedding. So, we married her, of course, and that's our soulmate and our friend, that's good. We gained 1,200 prestige. I suspect maybe that might push us into illustrious. Oh no, not quite, but we're getting to an illustrious. That's very good. We got magnificent host for 20 years. That's all the prestige and renown bonuses. We gained 15 money, I assume from wedding gifts. We lost more stress. We gained celebrated a magnificent wedding for 20 years. So that's even more prestige and renown up. And every guest gained 30 opinion of us. Wow. They're really good. And there's a whole activity log of everything that was going on, stuff that we didn't get involved in, all these different decisions and things going on. Yeah, okay, thank you all for coming. And that's it. There we go. There was the efficient, some guests over there. And that's it. Finish the grand wedding. Wonderful. Right, we're now married, which is very exciting. And we have hardly any money left. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. That's a bit of a shame. Right, can we please get a player heir sorted out? That'd be quite important. Let's maybe... Wow. Okay, Kinga Herders. Well done, Kinga. Good job. Good stalk letter writing, you two. Very good penmanship. Oh, look at that. There's a brand new court position for a wet nurse. That's quite exciting. So if we employ those, I guess they go and look after the kids. They reduce the chance for the children to contract illnesses, and there is a possibility for child development events. Oh, yeah. Okay, can we get one of those? No, we can't get one of those because everyone's rubbish at that. Okay. We might also need a tutor. That could be helpful. Okay. The court physician can also work as the court tutor. Yeah, okay. We'll employ you, although we do want to save up some money. I mean, I think maybe Earl Penge heard rumours of some more Roman coins out in a field somewhere. He's going to get his Yodi metal detector and go and see if he can find them in a moment. But do you know what? Yeah. We'll get you as a court tutor. That's going to be important. And then, can we go to you? Can we please educate you? Yeah, so we're going to become your guardian, please. So there we go. Wonderful. We've now got a ward. That's exciting. Okay, wonderful news, everybody. Earl Penge found those Roman coins in a field, dug them up, sold them on, got 1,000 money for them, which means we now have 1,015 cash lying around, which is wonderful. We haven't done any expansion yet, so I think before we go and do something else, we could possibly go and do a grand tournament, which would be very exciting indeed. I think maybe... do we go and grab a little bit of land? I'm looking over here. I'm looking at you, Warwick. Could we possibly get ourselves a claim on that? Now, there is a thing up here. We can ask our head of faith for claims. Can we get some claims? The duchy... oh, crikey. These are all duchies. Or the Kingdom of Hungary. Why can we go and become the King of Hungary? I suspect maybe we can't take on the King of Hungary. No, they've got 3,500 troops. And we've got... 705. So that'll be that'll be a poor life choice to go and fight. It'll be an ill-fated decision. But we could potentially spend a big pile of our piety and get a press claim on the Kingdom of Hungary. Okay, well that's a bit of a surprise. I was kind of hoping for more sort of local claims, but okay. So yeah, let's go and do this, shall we? Let's fabricate a claim on... yeah, there, Warwick. Let's go and get Warwickshire, shall we? That could be quite good. 15 months left. Do you know what? That's fine. That's going to fly by. We have another child. We've got a daughter this time round. That is very exciting. Do you know what? Let's not call her however you pronounce that name there. Let's call her Betty. That makes perfect sense. Hello, Betty. Welcome to the world. Okay, we can buy ourselves a claim to Warwickshire. Yes, please. We shall do that. That's wonderful. And we did spend a little bit of money on just doing some upgrades around here. So we'll put some simple pastures over there in Northampton. And then over here, we are adding some lovely cattle land as well, just to try and bring in a little bit more money because we're not earning too much stuff. So it would be quite good if we could just boost our income a tiny little bit. That'd be quite good. And then in terms of perks, let's have that one there. Different faith can like us a bit more, and faith conversion cost down by 75%. That's neither here nor there, but we'll have that one anyway, thank you. And we have another daughter. My goodness me, so much stalk letter writing going on. How do we find the time to do anything else? Okay, we're not going to call you Edgifu. We'll call you Barbara. There you go. You can be Barbara. Have you got traits? No, you haven't. Never mind. That's all fine. Welcome to the world, Barbara. Oh no, King Malcolm died. Our friend King Malcolm is dead. How did you die, King Malcolm? From a seizure. Oh dear. Okay, hang on. What's happened to Scotland? What's happened to Scotland currently? Who's got that? An 11-year-old, King Duncan II. Okay. King Duncan, do you like us? Because me and your dad were really, really pally. We got on very well indeed. You're sort of okay with us. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, look at that. There's now a kind of a regent thing as well. I think because he's too young to rule properly, he kind of shares sort of power with that chappy there. So Prince Malmore of Scotland is now kind of ruling on a sort of a regency type arrangement with King Duncan there. And I think what happens is if a regency agreement goes on too long, it kind of becomes like a stagnated regency or something like that, and it has negative effects. And I think as well you get the same sort of thing if you leave your kingdom, or your realm or whatever. So if we went, I don't know, all the way to, let's say somewhere far away, if we got invited to the south of France to have a lovely beach holiday, but also attend some sort of hunt or party or whatever, we would have to go all that way. So we would travel. Our character would travel, there'd be kind of a route planned out. We'd end up down here, but of course we're not back at home doing anything over here. We're not ruling over here. So somebody else steps in. They become sort of like part of regency, power sharing type thing. But if we stay away for too long, they can start trying to usurp power away. They kind of go, well, do you know what? You've been away for 5 years, having fun on the south coast of France, having a lovely old time, drinking pina coladas. I think I should be in charge. Duke Edwin's died. Oh, okay, hang on. He was our boss. He was our liege. I think. Duke Morcar is now the new... Oh, okay. Hello, Duke Morcar. Yeah, so people can in a regency to try and steal power away. And then, yeah, also, if it does stay in a regency arrangement for so long, yeah, it does kind of stagnate a bit and you get negative things. But, yeah, hopefully we're going to be okay with that. You want us to be the steward. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, we're not too bad at doing that. 17, in fact. We're very good at doing that. That's very exciting. Okay, can we have a fight with you? Oh, botherations. Okay, they've completed Catalans over there. We can't go to war for Warwickshire. We've got a claim on Warwickshire, but it's all owned by our new boss. Botherations. Okay, how about over here? Duke Richard. Could we potentially take Duke Richard on? Yes. If we had a claim, we could go and fight Duke Richard. Duke Richard, we might have a fight with you in a second. Let's go and just get a claim on that bit of land over there on Cambridgeshire. Yeah, okay. Can we please have Cambridgeshire, Bishop of ours? Hang on a minute. I think that duchy there, the Duchy of Mercia, it should be, has entirely collapsed. I think it's gone. Look, it's all broken down into its component counties, which means, can we go and have a fight for Warwickshire? I think we can. Earl Seward declare war? Yes, we can. Oh, and look at that. They are woefully unprepared. 126 people compared to our mighty 747, which includes 300 pikemen. So we've got men-at-arms. They haven't got any men-at-arms at all. And no knights either. They've got no knights. Have you been fighting a war or something? No. You're just really unprepared for a fight. Perfect. Okay, yeah. Our claims, we will have Warwickshire, please. 100 of our prestige. Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely fine. Okay, bit of a fight. This is exciting. Okay, do you know what? We'll pop our thing over there and, raise everybody over there. It's going to take all of 2 days. Okay, it's not many people to raise it. Right, boop, we're all here. Okay, run over there. Have a bit of a fight with them. I don't expect this to be too much of a bother. Okay, so fight-a-ty fight. We've won the battle, plus 50% war score already, and now we've got a 5-month wait while we try to siege that place. Oh, because we haven't got any war machines, of course. Hang on, can we get one? Can we build onagers? Hang on, which is better? Onagers, 0.2. Mangonels, 0.3. So can we train some of those? Unraised is 0.11 per month. Do you know what? Let's treat ourselves. Let's get that done, shall we? So they're not they're not around at the minute, but that's okay. So they need to top up to 10. That might take a while. I mean, by the time that's done, we might have sieged that place. Norman no more. The obtuse King William of England, his vassals and his whole family, have heeded the call of Albion and embraced the English culture. Oh, they've moved away from Anglo-Saxon and Norman and gone directly to English. Okay, it was only a matter of time. I assume is he our actual sort of top level liege? That's a new background. That's quite pretty. Yes, there's you. Yeah, King William is now English. Well, okay, that's good, I suppose. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. Got the kind of weather effects coming in as well. We didn't see them so much when we were down here in Delac, when we played our last kind of big series. We didn't really see those down here. Not much snow in the desert, really, but over here, look, you get to see it. Lots of snow coming down when it gets cold. February, look, still a bit chilly around here, and it'll start melting away in a few days. There we go, look. Northamptonshire just sort of, becoming a bit less snowy again, which is good. Right, are we nearly done over there? I think we are. Yes. Okay, we've had our first fight. Enforce those demands. Exchange hostages. Choose a member of your family to be offered as a hostage, or demand a family member of the opponent to join your court as a hostage. Likelihood of acceptance will be affected. Oh, so if you're struggling a bit, you can say, do you know what? I want to win the war. I want the land. Take one of my kids. They can be a hostage, and then we'll deal with that later on. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a bit weird, but okay. Enforce those demands. We will have that from you. You are now wandering, completely powerless. Disband our troops, and we've picked up another bit of land. We now control Warwickshire. That's very good. Okay, we got back over 1,000 money thanks to some very useful stuff from our steward, but we now get the chance to spend a little bit of it on a brooch for our wife, which is very good. So yeah, 50 money, but she does get bejeweled. What does that do? Fertility goes up. She doesn't really need that, but okay. Stress getting down. Life expectancy up by 5 years. That's quite good, because she's got a unique and thoughtful piece of jewellery. She's going to live longer. I don't quite know how that works, game, but okay. Do you know what? Yeah, absolutely. Let's buy her a lovely shiny thing. And now, oh, hang on. Bernard's first teething. Oh, okay. Bernard is teething. There is Bernard. Hello, Bernard. How are you? With my leave, my son Bernard and his wet nurse parade into my chamber. Gunhilda poses like a herald and proclaims, "My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Bernard has a mighty gift to offer you." She nudges him forward. "Go ahead, Bernard, tell him." "Father, I lost a tooth." My son proudly presents his toothless smile, handing me a pouch with a fallen tooth inside. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I did employ a wet nurse. We got Gunhilda in. I just put the appeal out and said, get us a wet nurse because I'd like the kids to, be healthy and such. So we've got a wet nurse now. Okay, and one of his teeth has fallen out. Lovely, but keep your tooth as a good charm. Okay, so that's quite good. So Bernard keeps Bernard's milk tooth. So prestige up and child opinion up. His first fallen out tooth. Here, a gift befits a gift. We give him some money and we get the tooth. Oh, I don't have time for this. We sort of fall out with him. No, we're going to be kind. That's a really exciting big moment. That's a really exciting moment when your child's first tooth comes out. That's huge. Absolutely, Bernard, you keep it. We're very excited. Let's go and tell everybody. We'll proclaim it to the people of the realm. Yeah, keep your tooth. That's wonderful. Oh, crikey, I want to go and do a thing. I want to go and do a grand tournament. My dearest Penge, it's so good to see you. I watch you as you dutifully rule our realm, and I would like to assist you in any way that I can. She looks over her shoulder. Okay, that's our wife there, okay. I may have... Well, let's not dwell on what I did in the matter, but what I will say is that a mutual acquaintance owes me a favour. Do I need to be concerned? Then she winces, as if remembering something important. I could keep my eyes peeled for any uncouth behaviour coming our way. She tilts her head and looks at me expectantly. How did you... Never mind, please enlighten me. She provides us with a hook and a subject, or we get close support. Intrigue up, hostile scheme power and hostile scheme resistance improve. Let's go for that. I trust you to have my back. My precious, don't say that. Okay, yeah, do that please. And now I think let's host a grand tournament. Now we've got all of 3 areas under our control. We've got 3 3 titles under our belt. I think let's host a grand tournament. And because we have got a decent amount of money again, because we keep finding Roman coins and fields, and our steward did give us some decent kind of tax money, let's host a grand tournament. This is exciting as well. So here we go. We're going to do this. We get prestige, we lose stress, and yeah, we get this kind of thing here, this Hasteluda trait experience. So I've never seen that word before, but apparently a Hasteluda is somebody who's participated in martial games, sharpening their skills in warfare and personal combat. Okay, so that's like a thing that you can then develop, and you get different kind of paths within it. If you're good at using a bow, you get kind of special sort of boost to it and all that kind of stuff. So I quite like that. 500 and 25 money to just host a grand tournament. That's kind of it. That's it at a very basic level. Then we get to do all the add-ons as well to make it even more fancy. But and you can do a grand tour as well. I would like to do one of those, but we can't do one right now. You can do other things as well. They say host activities now, feasts and hunts and pilgrimages, and you can go to universities as well. But yeah, let's do a grand tournament. So plan a grand tournament. Of course, we hold it in Northampton. And yeah, there are a number of different things you can have, a number of different contests. So we can't have more than 2, because we haven't unlocked various traditions and things, but that's okay. So our first contest, we can choose melee, we can choose archery, there are jousts, there are duels, there's wrestling, there's horse races. However, you will also notice board games. I like the idea of that. If we're celebrating the Geek Cupboard, which we are, we're celebrating the Geek Cupboard's birthday. We're having big fancy parties like we are now at a big wedding. That was a bit different, but this can be celebrating the Geek Cupboard's birthday. We're going to play board games, because the Geek Cupboard has many board games within it, and I do love playing a board game. So absolutely, we will have ourselves a board game competition. None of this kind of, knocking each other out with swords and bashing each other with, lances and things. No, we're going to play some chess or some backgammon or possibly a bit of Uno or something. That'll be fun. And then we can add another contest. And if we just go back a bit, we're going to have a recital. We're going to do poetry. So we're going to have a tournament where we play games and then do some poetry. None of this archery malarkey. No, we want to do poetry, thank you very much. Which is wonderful. And in the Hastiluda kind of trait thing, that actually does increase our wit down here. So our wit goes up because we're doing poetry and kind of board gaming. We're using our sort of strategy and cunning and our mind rather than sort of our brawn, if you like, sort of thing. So 150 money on the things themselves, on the contest. So already we're down 150. We don't travel anywhere, that's fine, that doesn't so much matter. And again, we can have an intent at the tournament. So we can do recreation, we can try to win. That's good, we can try and sort of have a win, we can try and recruit people, particularly knights as we go along, but I don't know if we're going to get too many knights coming along. We can try to murder people, we can seduce people, or we can befriend people. I think, though, let's go for triumph. Win contest at the grand tournament at the cost of all else. We have to win. That's why we're here. We want to win. We can appoint a champion. I mean, David Drake, if we're going for clever things, because we've got, board games and poetry, I imagine learning is going to be quite good for that. Learning and possibly diplomacy. David Drake is actually not too bad at that. He can be an unlikely kind of champion, what with him being, the court doctor and the court tutor. Oh, he's also a knight, is he? Oh dear, okay. Possibly shouldn't be a knight, but never mind. Also, you've gone to that weird Norse faith. Can you not do that? Can you convert, please? He will accept. Okay, good. You can become a Catholic. Yay. We'll pick you. You can be our champion. That's exciting. And then here we go. So 490 to host it. Got 240 for activity options, but we're going to up these. So we can have either ramshackle tents. No. We're not going to have that. Simple pavilions. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Or, for 180 money, we can have luxurious encampments. So certain negative events are less likely to fire. That sounds good. And then down here in terms of prizes, oh my goodness, so there's 5 levels. So the lowest is 20 money, rubbishy prizes. The most is 720. Okay. I don't think we can. We can't afford that. We've dug up all the Roman coins we can from around Northamptonshire. We'll go for that one. 360. So the cost is going to be 790 gold to host this. Prize artifacts will be of masterwork, famed, or illustrious rarity. So what's the top? They're going to be of famed or illustrious. Okay, so you don't get masterwork. You're guaranteed really incredible things. Do you know what? We'll go for that. Good prizes. We don't need to do any travel. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, in these, you can sort of pick stuff like this. So if your route is going over mountains, you can hire mountaineers. If it's going through desert, you can hire desert warriors, that kind of stuff. But because we're hosting and it's on our doorstep pretty much, we don't need any of that. Okay, start the grand tournament. So David Drake, the wonderfully mustachioed David Drake, has been appointed as our champion. We are, of course, there you go, on track to qualify. You're on course to qualify for the board game contest. Amazing. Okay, right, let's go and have some fun then. We're going to celebrate the Geek Cupboard's birthday by hosting a lovely, lovely tournament where we play games and do some poetry. Magnificent. The tournament is at hand at last. Many have flocked to my grounds in Northamptonshire, eager to prove their worth or simply enjoy the spectacle. The sun rises higher in the sky, and the shadows shorten. If I am to compete in the board game contest, I must ensure I will qualify. It will soon begin. Okay, no time to lose. Okay. That person, our neighbour over there, likes us a bit. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so yeah, how do we get back to the board game thing then? Is it down there? Ah, wonderful. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look around the grand tournament. So we have 3 months until the board game tournament actually begins. So what can we do? We can look around the village. We can get county control, popular opinion, and interactions with inhabitants. Okay, so that's kind of trying to work with the county. The temple is going to be sort of, praying for victory, testing our faith. The tavern is going to be reducing stress. Tournament grounds. We don't necessarily have those tournament grounds in place. I don't think that's quite right. That's not quite how you would host a board game tournament, but okay. Spending time here will increase your progress to victory. Oh, that's quite good. Artisan quarters, we might be able to get new artifacts, and a tent camp. Meet the other contestants or sabotage them. That's interesting. I'm not up for sabotaging because, we're nice. We're compassionate and nice. Let's go and practice. Squires laugh and joke while they polish helms and mail. One of them snorts so hard it sounds like a pig, and the rest soon imitate him. Their knights loiter nearby. Among these I spot Ethelfrith, Earl William's counsellor. His skill has been greatly praised, and his name resonates as one of the possible victors. I could convince him to join my own council. Okay, gold is the biggest temptation. Okay, so we kind of bribe him to come over. He is very good at stewardship. He also does like a drink as well, but okay. We could, combined prowess and intrigue challenge. A more prestigious life awaits you in my court. A 94% diplomacy challenge. But if that fails, they get a bit grumpy with us. Let's try that. And he's joined our court. Okay. Oh, that's quite good. So that's just, now do we just wait? Do we just have to wait for that to now kind of roll around? The king. King William's here. King William is in Northampton. Oh, hello, King William. How are you? This is exciting. Eminent guests. Right, we've got dukes arriving. Oh, my goodness me. The great and the good are all here in Northampton. Grand tournament be a man. It's only 15 days until it begins. What's going on? I greet a band of knights as they wander past me. One straggling behind the rest makes me pause. Spinning on my heel, I call after the figure. They are clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armour, their eyes wise and clearly terrified beneath their helmet. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip off the helmet before they have a chance to react. I haven't read that last paragraph, but I'm going to assume that they're a woman, and clearly that's not allowed in this time and age. Standing before me, looking around furtively to see if anyone else had noticed, is none other than a woman. My goodness me. Dun dun dun. Dressed as a knight, no less. Planning to compete as a knight even. My goodness. You don't need all this on. We're playing board games. What do you need a helmet for? I'll keep your secret. They join in and they like us a bit more. I could do the services of someone like you. So we pay them money and they become our knight. Are you any good at... Oh my word. You're really good at fighting. Oh, there is, what was that? Guards, there's a woman in our tournament. Okay, our score increases slightly, apparently. So people like us more for being honest, but they get banished. No, you're really good at fighting. I could do with the services of someone like you. Let's have a secret fighty person. Yeah, absolutely. In you come. Right, the board game tournament is going to begin. And here we go. Board game contest begins. Okay, so the qualifiers have come to an end. And it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The very pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favourites. My champion David, what's what? Oh, David is the champion. Okay, that's very exciting. And we've got the Hasteluder trait. Okay, so we like other Hasteluders, we like other people that have been involved in tournaments. Okay, that's quite good. Okay, I'm ready. I have a bet to place. Of course, David will concede to his liege. Oh, okay. Yeah, is it us versus him? That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Oh dear, I would like to win. I would like to beat him. Do you know what? We're going to face David Drake. We're going to be fair. We're going to do this properly because we're nice like that. We do things properly. We're compassionate and patient and we're going to do it properly. I am ready. Let's have a bit of a board game battle. Sabotage. I vowed to myself I would win a contest in this tournament, and I can't help but consider a less fair approach to securing the prize of the board game competition. I'm sure my opponents would do the same if they only had the idea. Who knows, maybe they already have. David is the threat. I can't. No, we're not going to cheat because it stresses us out and we don't like it. This is no way to win. We're not going to cheat. It's fine. The table flips with an almighty thwack, sending the... What? Hennefatafel. Is that what we're playing? What's that? What's Hennefatafel? I've never seen that before. Hang on. I need to go into a spot of Googling. Is that a real thing or has the game gone a bit wibbly? Well, there we go. I've learned a new thing today. That is a real thing, and apparently it's a game also known as Viking chess. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it. Hennefatafel. But okay, right. So we're playing that, and he's flipped the board. David's mood turned suddenly several moves ago as he realised a simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favour. Yes, you win, old pen, she whines. Happy? So pick them up, I need to make my last move. Such unsporting behaviour is unacceptable. Come, let's go back a few moves. Okay, but we are going to pick up stress, or, you could have just conceded. It is unacceptable. You pass the board game contest quarterfinals by default due to his disqualification. We had high hopes for you, but no, you've knocked yourself out by being a bit of a child there. You've had a tantrum indeed there. No, it is unacceptable. It's a bit silly. We're not going to go back a few moves. No, you're out. You're out and you shouldn't have done that. So there you go. Progress to victory, 100%. Okay, back down to 44. The quarterfinals are over. Okay, so these 4 people are through. Right, so now we're going to go up against Odo. We're going to go up against Count Odo. Okay. I can do this. Let's have a go. Shying from the chance for embarrassment, or perhaps driven by some other motive, Earl Robert has conceded to his opponent Count Howell in the board game contest. Oh, okay, that's the other game. So Count Howell is just going to go through to the final. No, okay, that's fine. The game of Hanafatafaflafaflafaf seems to be going perfectly. I'm thinking 3, 4, maybe even 5 moves ahead of my opponent when suddenly Odo makes a move that causes my intricate strategy to melt away like a snowdrop in a candle's flame. I'm completely out of options. If I don't do something rash, I will surely lose the match. Okay, an extra playing piece would go unnoticed. Okay, we're not very good at intrigue. 29% chance of that working. But if we don't do it, we get kicked out because we found out to be a cheat. What's that? Actually, as an obscure rule. Okay. So, 93% chance of success. We might go for that. We gain 30 stress because we are patient, but we're also here to win. We want to win, or I won't cheat, and I imagine nothing happens. That one, that 93% chance of success. Come on, let's give it a go, shall we? Our score increases greatly. Okay, that's good. 84%. The soft click of moving pieces disturbs the calm. We are deep into the endgame now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened, such as when I saw a mole over an opening to cheat. I am winning by some margin, provided I can press advantage hard. Victory is surely on the horizon. Okay, so now we've got, a variety of different things which could possibly help us out. That one seems the best. Combined learning and diplomacy is 63% that it goes up a bit and only 22% that our score comes down. That one, though, playing it safe, 51% that the score goes up a bit, only 11% that it comes down. That's half of that. Okay, do you know what? We're going to play it safe. We're going to play it safe. I don't know what's happening. Is that good? Oh, okay. Something's happened in falafafafafafal, whatever it is. The moment my hand leaves a playing piece, I know I've made a mistake. Oh no! My opponent's artfully trap is sprung. A few more moves and I'm clearly disadvantaged by my error, forced into a position I didn't want at all. Oh no! It's soon clear there is no coming back for Odo. I grind him down, inexorably moving toward victory as his position weakens slowly but irretrievably. The judges call end. I have won. Hang on, what? Hang on. I know I've made a mistake and the trap is sprung. I'm disadvantaged by my error, forced into a position I didn't want at all, and then we win. Okay. That seems a bit obscure, but right. A glorious board game victory. Go us. The board game semi-finals are over, and yeah, it's us versus Count Howell. Yeah, Let's dive in. I can do this. Absolutely. Is that why we're playing? That's quite nice. It would appear that my grand strategy is falling apart and Howell is gaining ground fast. If this were a matter of warfare, I would be considering a merciful surrender. I can feel my insides boil with rage and my fists clenched tight enough they're fit for bleeding. As he reaches for his playing piece, his smug eyes meet with mine and his face melts into a look of shock and dread. Perhaps I can use this moment to intimidate him from making the next move. Touch that piece and I'll break your fingers. Combine intrigue and prowess. So 50-50 really. 50% it goes up, 49% our score goes down, and we're going to get stressed. Or I will... We're compassionate. I can't see us saying I'm going to break your fingers. Our score's going to come down. Yeah, we've got to the final. I'm quite happy with that. It's gone down to 45. Okay, right. So now we can do this thing again. So there is a 62% chance that our score increases moderately. 63% there. We're going to do that. You seem awfully sure of yourself. A learning and diplomacy challenge combo. 63%. It went down. We got knocked out. No! We had the bad option. We got to the final. We got to the final. Do you know what? Well done, Count Howell. Yeah, there you go. So that was the thing we've seen before. Moments later, I realise at last the danger of my position. Howell has been baiting me from the start. He had been baiting me into a trap for half the game, biding his time while I blundered. By now there is no escape. The judges call an end. I have lost. Okay, so confounded. We just go, oh, confounded. Or he cheated, disqualified, because we're hosting it, so we can boot him out, which means we win. But everyone knows that we're a dirty old cheat bag. Yeah, what's that? Tyrannical disqualification. -5 popular opinion. No, we're not going to do that. We'll accept the loss gracefully. I think that last thing we tried went wrong. I think we got the negative progress thing. Yeah, confounded botherations. Okay, never mind. There we go. And that person wins. Fair play. At least we beat David. You may not qualify for the recital contest. Oh no! I wanted to go and do the singing. Why can't we go and do the singing? Oh, botherations. Okay, so the winner gets some prestige and gets some gold. They become a Grand Master. Learning goes up. Battle rolls go up. That's pretty good. They get a prize when it concludes. We gain Tabletop Player for 5 years, and everybody qualifying does. Learning up, Battle roll up, and has to lose a trait experience gain up by 5%. That's not so bad at all. We're nearly qualifying for the thing. Okay, hang on. How do we qualify for that then? How do we qualify for that? Spending time here will increase your progress to victory. We're close to qualifying. How do we qualify? What do we need to do? We need at least 8 more progress to victory. This. Okay, let's go over here then and do some of this, shall we? Okay, roisterous revelry. Roisterous is a good word. I don't know what that means, but it sounds very exciting. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament to the delight of the attendees. 3 peasants in particular seem to be showing what looks like an entire keg of wine. I'll get you for that, you fop doodle, one sputters drunkenly, limply throwing a shoe at his neighbour. Who throws a shoe, honestly? Osric, I'm so sorry. Ho, ho, ho. The victim covers his face, deflecting the attack. Help me, Ethelred. Hook. You're on your own there, Catgualart, the last one exclaims, downing an entire mug in one big gulp. Okay, they're having a wild time. Mind if I join you for a cup of spiced wine? So 10% chance we get drunk, and we have a wicked hangover for 3 months. That is a wicked hangover. 20% our score goes up a little bit, and 70% nothing happens. You're all drunk, we tell them off, or disgusting. I mean, mind if I join you for a cup of spiced wine? Let's just give it a go, shall we? 20% chance that possibly we might be able to qualify. It probably isn't going to happen. No, it didn't happen. Okay, never mind. King William's score's creeping up. Can we qualify for the recital? I'm not entirely sure we can find a way to do it. Okay. I don't know how to do it. What if we check over here? Oh, hang on. A small crowd's gathered around a passionately orating Earl Godwin, listening intently. Okay, so he's basically telling a big story. Almost half an hour passes, but it feels like mere seconds. He sure knows how to spin a tale. This will help me in the upcoming contest. Okay, so because we're trying to win, because our intent is triumph, we're going to try and learn from him doing his speech, and it's going to increase our score moderately. We've qualified. We've qualified for the recital. Oh, joyous day. Okay, right, run time on. 30 days until we can do some poetry. Okay, here we go. We're going to throw down some poetry shapes here. This is going to be amazing. The entrants mill about the main tent, warming up vocal cords and memorising stanzas as the crowd fills the amphitheatre. A newcomer called Christopher, heretofore unknown among the poets and bards of Northamptonshire, has garnered much interest this year. My champion, David What's What. That doesn't make any sense on its own at the end there, but okay, I think our champion is also involved. Hopefully he's better at poetry than he is at that game that we just played. Okay, it's time to show the world my skill. We can put a bet down, but I'm not going to do that. That seems like a slightly dodgy thing to do, given that we're the hosts. That seems possibly a little bit sort of corrupt there. So it's time to show the world my skill. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back over here then. Stage fright. Oh no. Trumpets blare. The masses whoop and holler. I ascend the recital dais, do you pronounce that? It's like a stand, isn't it? Like a stage waving. A hush falls. I take a heroic stance as my chest puffs, as my arms spread wide. I open my mouth. It's dry. It's very, very dry. I try to speak, but words won't come. Hundreds of eyes stare upon me. Why can't I speak? A knot in my stomach, no mere moments ago, tightens sickeningly, and the throng's muttering gathers pace. Oh no! We're croaking up there. We've gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. Okay, look, a 3-headed monkey. So it's basically a 50-50 chance as to whether it works, or our score decreases moderately and we gain some stress. Do you know what? Let's try it. Intrigue and diplomacy challenge. Is it going to work? No. It went down. Oh no, that's bad. The crowd hollers and cheers. I complete my latest recital, a piece designed to target Christopher's honour and show all how much greater my wit truly is. There are no doubts in anyone's mind who the clear winner is, but the sheer euphoria of the moment, I feel the urge to loose a new poem unto my adoring crowd. Okay. So we can potentially... Oh, again, it's a 50-50, so 46%. We win the crowd. And our score increases immensely, it says. And it's got italics on it. And we gain 10 experience in wit, but 53%, people don't like it, and our score comes down. And we've not had much luck with this so far. Maybe, though, this time round, our luck will change. Or that is just our score increases slightly. Okay, 16 days until this ends. Do you know what? No guts, no glory. Let's give it a go, shall we? And it worked. Up to 27%. Night begins to fall on the scene, but torches light the competition as it continues. I talk to myself under my breath, readying my lips for the next round as I reminisce about the happenings so far, like when I had to deal with a bout of stage fright. I look forward to taking my turn, ascending the steps to the dais. It's time for the final verse. Okay, this is exciting. A ditty about making coin and living a good life. So 50% chance it goes up, 30% chance just about it goes down, 40-35, 65-20, or 20... Do you know what? That's the better one. Combine diplomacy and learning, appeal to a higher power. Okay, we're going to get all religious. 65% chance that the score increases moderately, and it did nothing. It did nothing. No. Okay, I finished my final verse, but the crowd haven't waited for the ending. The cheers drown out my words, flowers landing around me on the stage as I make my way off. I am winning. Victory is so close. There are precious few competitors left to go, and even less time. It all comes down to this. Okay, one last verse. Okay. Hang on a minute. Oh, what happened? Did something happen? Did we win? Did we win a thing? I'm not sure what's happening. We're yeah, we did. Oh, glorious. You completed your triumph intent. We lost some stress. Trumpet sound. The crowd clamours. Competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over, and someone's moment in the sun is being readied. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In third place, the gutsy Count Hoel. Coming in a close second, old Robert. That, of course, leaves us with our victor, Earl Penge. I knew I could win. My champion, David, did not compete. I have proved my worthiness beyond doubt. Look, we won a thing. Okay, so we get various bits and bobs. Iambic virtuoso. Diplomacy up. Learn language is a bit easier. Oh, that's wonderful. And we get a prize. I won. I actually won. Okay, this is wonderful. And there you go. Oh, we got a prize. A prize brooch. Prestige up. That's not too bad. At this early stage in the game, that's quite good. 0.22 per month in prestige is actually quite good. We'll come have a look at that in a second because it's vanished. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament and the mass crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. My mastery of verse saw me the worthy winner in the recital, count to sharp mind outthought all adversaries to win the board games. I fulfilled my goal of winning a contest. Oh, we're celebrating our birthday in style. I look forward to the next one. Everybody, it is our birthday as well, by the way. We're going to celebrate. We can drop that to everybody now. We're celebrating our birthday. It's amazing. It's brilliant. Aren't we glorious? There we go. What a great occasion. Or perhaps a few words, given that I am the host. Do you know what? Let's do that. What's that? 66% chance that the words bring a claim. Joe, we'll give it a go. Nobody really cares. Nobody cared that it was our birthday. Do you know what? We cared, though. And they're the two winners. Earl Penge of Northamptonshire and Count Howell, the Count of Dice of Cornwall. Oh, I want a title. How come he becomes the Count of Dice? Why can't I become the Count of Amazing Poetry? Oh, botherations. Okay, finish the grand tournament. Let's just go and check out that thing. That's a prize brooch, prestige up, attraction opinion up, courtier and guest opinion up by 10. That's not so bad. And glory hound vassals contribute 3% more levies. Okay, that's not bad. We will equip that. That's very wonderful. And there we go. We've been in our first tournament and it's all very exciting. That's good. I like that. I like the tournaments. And I do like the fact that you can sort of mix them around a bit. If you're more of a martial character, you can go and have a big old tournament with, proper jousting and fighting and wrestling and all that kind of stuff. But if you're not a fighty character, if you're a bit more on the academic intellectual side, like Earl Penge there is, you can have board game tournaments and poetry tournaments. I really like that. I do like the fact that's actually in the game. It's not just like a standard, right, everyone's got to be strong and fighty. There are other ways to have a tournament, which is wonderful. Do you know what, though? I think with that done, we'll wrap things up with our birthday celebrations for now. I think we've had a pretty good look at the DLC to see what it's all about and how it works and all that kind of stuff. We, of course, haven't covered everything that's part of the Tours and Tournaments DLC. There are still a few bits and bobs that we haven't seen. If we look over here, we can see there is a Grand Tour option. So you can, if you want to, go and have a fancy grand tour around your realm. We can't do that, though. I mean, we can't afford it right now anyway. That's by the by, because also we are not a duchy holder and we don't have 3 vassals, I don't believe. So we can't go and do that. Do we have 3 vassals? No, we've got 1 vassal. So yeah, we've got Reeves School of Kettering and that's kind of it. So we can't go and do a grand tour, which is a little bit of a shame, but I imagine that's quite fun as well. You kind of go about the place and tour your realm and everybody comes out to cheer and all that kind of stuff. That's very exciting as well. But I think, yeah, we've had a pretty good look at what there is to offer in Tours and Tournaments, and I really like it. I really like it. That does add quite a lot of new bits and bobs to the game. I mean, the Grand Wedding alone was huge. That was huge. There was a lot going on with that. Various sort of decisions to make and events and everything else. It was a big old thing. And then the tournament itself that we just saw split into the 2 bits. They don't scrimp on that either. There's quite a lot going on in those tournaments as well. You have the little kind of village bit you can look at and go and visit different bits of the village and do some other bits and bobs outside the tournaments. You can go and talk to the priests or go and try and sabotage your opponents or whatever. I quite like that as well. So there's a lot going on. There is an awful lot going on. And I think we did a pretty grand job of celebrating not only the Geek Cupboard 7th birthday, happy birthday Geek Cupboard, but also we celebrated the birth, if you like, of the Geek Cupboard dynasty and House Geek Cupboard as well. So there we go. And look at that. We've gone from nothing to 4 living members, which is wonderful. There's Earl Penge. There are the other 3. There's Bernard, Betty and Barbara, our 3 children. So I think with that done, we will wrap things up for now. I think, yeah, that's kind of it for now. Now, I know we're going to get inevitable questions from people saying, are we going to see a new Crusader Kings 3 series soon? And the answer is, we will see Crusader Kings 3 on the channel again at some point in the future. I am absolutely 100% sure of that, but I don't think it's going to be any time soon. We did just have a 92-part series of it not that long ago, and then we've got this little kind of special video here as well. that's quite a lot of Crusader Kings 3. It is going to be sort of parked over to the side of the channel for a while, just while I play other things. There's so much other stuff to play as well, but we will come back to it. I think we're going to come back to it when there are more DLCs added. I know they're planning quite a few more bits and bobs, so I think when there's a few more new DLCs and a lot more content to come back to, and loads of different stuff that change the way you play and all that kind of stuff, I think then we'll come back to Crusader Kings 3. But yeah, don't worry, it's not being abandoned. We're not abandoning it. We will come back to it, I imagine, for one final great big kind of super series at some point in the future. But now I think it's time to wrap things up with our little look at the Tours and Tournaments DLC, and also it's time to wrap things up with our 7th birthday celebrations here in the Geek Cupboard as well. And if you've been around on the Geek Cupboard for one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, all 7 years. I know there are a few of you out there that have been around since the very, very beginning. However long you've been in the Geek Cupboard, whether you're passing by for the first time or whether you're a regular, thank you very much indeed for contributing in whatever way you can. Viewing the videos, liking, commenting, taking part, popping over to the Discord and saying hello, all of that kind of stuff. It's really wonderful. It means an awful lot. And I've said this before, if it wasn't for you lovely people out there, the Geek Cupboard would just be me sitting in a room on my own talking to myself. You lot out there make it what it is. This whole sort of community's formed and people chatting away to each other in the comments, and it's really good to see, you know, sort of familiar names in the comments, but it's also exciting to see new people appearing and saying, hey, I love watching this and this is brilliant and that's a good series and have you tried this and all that kind of stuff. I really like that. I think it's wonderful. So really, the Geek Cupboard is as much my sort of creation as it is yours. And yet, thank you very much for joining in, taking part. I mean, some of the series we've had would not have been possible. They would not have run for quite as long if it hadn't have been for the commenting people, you lovely people out there. I'm thinking RimWorld, that wouldn't have lasted anywhere near the amount of time it did. And our first Crusader Kings series. If we hadn't have had commenting people saying, you need to do this and you need to do that and you've done a really bad job of that, change it round quick, then that wouldn't have gone as far either. So thank you very much, everybody, for taking part and joining in and doing Geek Cupboard things. We're 7 years old now, so happy 7th birthday, Geek Cupboard, and thank you to all you lovely people out there for joining in and being a part of it. It is very much appreciated. But for now, we'll wrap things up. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Ted, run quicker, Ted. Oh, Ted is green. Oh dear. Timmy is looking very bad. Okay, there's still the same amount of water. I'm guessing we didn't get robbed. Ah, we got robbed. In no way is this going to break the radio, Ted. And you've broken the radio, Ted.